Tell me if I'm good. Just look at the viewfinder and tell me if I'm good.
Still crooked.
Go on.
It's like it's still crooked. Well, now it's too low up.
Oh, it's coming off.
No.
Yeah, we did like some checks and everything. Oh, wait, so
Still not.
but yeah, sorry, actually, we stood next to.
I want to ask Stein about it.
Yeah.
Is he talking?
Zoom it all the way in. This bar over here. That could be your level.
Yep.
Is it in?
I think we have some.
I already said it.
What? No, you're good. Ruby, can you check? Tell me if we're good.
Oh, my hair is in the way.
You can tell me if it's getting worse or better.
It's just, it's,
Nothing's changing.
yeah. Well, now I'm looking at a bunch of flowers, so I can't really do it.
Maybe zoom out.
No, it's still crooked. Look at that. It's like angled. I don't know what is going on.
Maybe I'm adjusting. Oh my god, no, oh my goodness. Stop, I'm on the settings. Maybe we can adjust it like, excuse me. Like adjust it. How are we feeling about that one?
I don't even know what I'm looking at. That's not. What did you do?
I didn't do that. Don't be like, what did you do? I did not do that, Ruby. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah, but it won't go this. I just. There we go. Ask Stein on the walkie.
Good idea. Zoom out frame. I'll say this. No, we are not. Look at how bad. Yeah, this is extremely crooked. This is.
Ask Stein.
I know I'm extremely crooked. I know. Wait, I have it. I fixed it. We're good. Thank you. All right. Mr. Stein, can you check my feed and see if we're crooked or not?
I don't know how banged up it was last night.
He's talking to me.
How about you go, Ruby? I think I got it. How about you go back and tell him to check? All right, thank you. Thanks, Ruby. Yep, got it. That's good? All right, nice.
Yeah, he didn't tell me to hit record, so I don't think so.
Like not be in the frame this time.
Is it? Slight adjustment. Perfect. Perfect shot.
Good, how are you?
Testing.
Doing all right. Scratchy. You have the most important job of the day. Are you good? Good to go?
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome you to one of the oldest established high schools in all of New York State.
It's gonna have to be good.
Yeah, I put sunscreen and
There we go. Good morning and welcome. Special guest, Superintendent Mr. DiTomaso, administrators, members of the Board of Education, teachers, parents, guardians, family and friends, and of course, members of the class of 2020. Welcome to Mepham High School's 82nd annual commencement. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance Please be seated. Before we begin, I would like to remind you that thanks to BN Broadcasting and Mr. Stein, Ms. Kalish, Mr. Russell, and some of our student volunteers, we are live streaming this ceremony. Therefore, I ask that you do not attempt to stream from your own devices. We're using hotspots that can be slowed down or shut off completely, especially if there's too much traffic. A recorded version of all ceremonies will get sent to all families by Tuesday morning. Today we celebrate and honor a special group of young men and women. The members of the class of 2020 are all bright, creative, outgoing, and have embraced the true Mepham spirit. Among this group of graduates are 200 National Honor Society members and 11 Gilder Lehrman Scholars. In addition, this class has been awarded over $9 million worth of scholarships and will attend some of the finest colleges and universities across the country. Also, some students will serve our country and join the military, and others will use their skills to become productive members of the workplace. So let's give all of them a round of applause. While we are here today to celebrate the talented young men and women of the class of 2020, we also want to recognize our teachers, parents, and guardians for their support. Therefore, I say to our graduating seniors, take a moment, turn around, give your parents and family members a high five or a round of applause. They've guided you through your many years of education. Now I would like to take a moment to recognize the leaders of this outstanding class. We thank our senior advisors, Ms. Kratzer and Dr. Ruscio. We also thank our officers, so if you're here, please stand. Senior Class President Stephanie Simone. Vice President Brianna Thier. Secretary Chloe Shipley. And Treasurer Kirsten Knowles. With the assistance of Ms. Kratzer and Dr. Ruscio, these students have helped guide this class through their senior year and have contributed significantly to its success. Thank you and congratulations. This year was filled with exceptional pirate pride. Early on, we had our annual traditions, including homecoming, battle of the classes, the flag field of honor, fall and winter athletics, Mr. Mepham, a Christmas carol, holiday concerts, just to name a few. In fact, right before the shutdown, our Kickline Pirates also achieved an unprecedented national championship in early March. So we've achieved a lot. Such events, as well as our academic program, have helped mold the young adults that you are today. You've all contributed to a culture at Mepham that fosters artistry, athleticism, scholarship, and service. I'm certain that you will continue to do the same as you move on to the next chapter in your lives. During that next phase, please remember to take time to self-reflect, to see how you can help make the world a better place. Ask yourselves, what makes me a good person? What value can I offer? And most importantly, how can I become more compassionate and respectful of others? I'm sure that many of you have already asked yourselves similar questions, especially during these difficult times. In fact, these hard times in life actually help you become reflective so that you can learn from such challenges. I've always believed that if something doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. Over the last few months, you've all continued to persevere and did your best to cope with the many challenges that were taking place around you. As a result, I'm certain that you will all step into the future with more purpose, vision, compassion, and hope. But please remember, that same grit that got you to this moment will sustain you through whatever is coming. It's vital that we all recognize to be at peace with the discomfort of stepping into the unknown, so that we can all listen and continue to learn from one another. I know that we're heading into an uncertain future, and everyone says that things will not be the same as they were before, but I know that they'll be better, because when we go through some of these tough challenges, we learn about who we are and what we value. I believe that the future will even be better as we all become more compassionate and respectful. When you look back at your years in Mepham, this year will probably stick out as one of those that made you a bit anxious or pushed you to your limits. But at the same time, this is also a year where we all experienced a tremendous amount of growth. We challenged our comfort zones, and we were forced the kind of development that some of us may not have been ready for. But still, we all did the best that we could. Seniors, regardless of where you go or what you become, the support and encouragement of your families will always be there, as well as the many lessons that you learned at Mepham. I challenge you to use what you learned to make this world a better and more peaceful place. Please remain hopeful. And like I've said many times, remember that with a positive outlook, everyone will achieve positive outcomes. Congratulations. This breeze feels good. Now, as a tradition that started 12 years ago, I will turn the graduation ceremony over to the students and allow the senior class president to serve as our master of ceremonies. The class of 2020 has been truly fortunate to have Stephanie Simone as their president. As class president, Stephanie spent the last 2 years working with her fellow officers and planning many activities and fundraisers. Stephanie has proven to be a true leader both academically and athletically. She is dedicated, motivated, bright, and has a tremendous amount of pride in Mepham and in her class. Stephanie also served as a student representative on the Belmore Merrick Board of Education and attended monthly meetings. Her leadership and character will always be remembered. So please welcome to the stage, Ms. Stephanie Simone.
Hello everyone, my name is Stephanie Simone and I am the senior class president. On behalf of the class of 2020, I want to welcome all faculty, staff, family, and friends here today. It is my honor to represent my class as we look back on our journey over the past 3.5 years. Back in September 2016, we were just freshmen, thrown together with upperclassmen who seemed years older and wiser. We were scared. We didn't understand there was a correct way to walk in the hallway, and we had no idea that there were rules governing who could sit on the senior ledge. More than anything, though, we looked up to the seniors, who looked like really old, really tall adults who we thought had their lives all figured out. Well, here we are today, 4 years later, and I think it's safe to say those seniors really didn't have it all figured out. And now as seniors ourselves, we don't have it really all figured out either. Today, as many of us set our sights on college next year, or joining the workforce, or taking a gap year, or traveling, or enlisting in the service, we still have a lot of figuring out to do. I think most of us can remember some great times throughout high school, but let's rewind to our last first day together as seniors. We all woke up that September morning, knowing it would be the one and only time we were happy to get out of bed at 6:30 in the morning. We were finally seniors. Those tall, adult-looking kids who seemed to have it all figured out. We finally got to drive ourselves to school and park in the senior lot. We then walked through the back doors and immediately headed for the senior ledge because it was now finally our ledge. We felt like we owned the world. Together, united, nothing could stand in our way. Soon it was time for homecoming, and once again, we owned the world. We all came together in the Mepham parking lot the Sunday night before the game and decorated our cars. laughing, screaming, having the best time ever. We'll never forget that night. Then Spirit Week started, and again we made memories. Dressing up each day, there was no end to our creativity, our enthusiasm, our ability to put differences aside and become one unified class. Homecoming was September 28th. We took over the bleachers, some of us in our black senior jerseys, some of us with our chests painted, some of us with sunburns seared into a big P for Pirates. Our voices carried throughout the entire game as we cheered our football team on. The game was definitely closer than anticipated, but we won 14-7. As we left the game, we slapped each other 5, and we felt like we owned the world once again. Our last greatest moment together was Battle of the Classes. Although we didn't know it then, Battle of the Classes would actually be the last senior event of the year. No one expected the seniors to sell as many shirts as we did, but we blew the freshmen, softs, and juniors away and took what was ours, the large bleachers. As each senior walked into the gym dressed in black, we were there to win, and we did just that. And this year wasn't like the rest, where other grades seemed to have beat the seniors, but the seniors still won. We actually dominated, and we felt like we owned the world. Then a few months later, the world changed. On March 13th, an ordinary Friday, we walked through the back doors of Mepham as if it was any old, ordinary day. Yes, we were aware of what was going on, but we thought the school might just be closed for a couple of days for deep cleaning, and we pick up a few days later where we left off. As we gathered at the ledge, my friend Kira said, "Guys, this could be our last day of high school." We all told her she was being crazy, and we each went our own way to class. The next day, though, our lives as seniors officially changed. We didn't return to school as planned. Not the next day, or the next week, or the next month. When May 1st rolled around and we were still sheltering at home, our hearts broke. May 1st, Commitment Day, the day when seniors historically dress up and tell the world what their plans are for the coming fall. A day when we tell the world we figured it all out. Needless to say, we were all blindsided by the coronavirus. We were never going back to high school. Not to thank our teachers in person, get our yearbooks signed, wait to Principal Gomez or Assistant Principals Mr. Dell, Dr. Garn, and Mr. Safina. Never again sitting on the senior ledge. Never again saying goodbye to our classmates and acquaintances. Never again going to La Piazza or Chipotle during lunch. Never again being part of a Mepham Pirates game. Never again being able to count down the days of our senior year. Despite the many nevers, the pandemic did, however, make us stronger. We became part of the first ever distance learning experiment Mepham had ever known, and we found ways to stay connected and unified. We learned that we never take anything for granted again. Our friends, our families, our teachers, our school. No one will ever understand the heartbreak and frustration we went through during this time. While trying to describe this day, I came across a quote by Oprah Winfrey to the class of 2020. "I know you may not feel like it, but you are indeed the chosen class for such a time as this. The class of 2020, you're also a united class, the pandemic class, that has the entire world striving to graduate with you. This is exactly right. We are a strong and powerful class, a class that has been united by all we have accomplished and all we've been through together. It's safe to say our graduating class is so much more than any other graduating class. We might not have it all figured out, but we still feel like we own the world. As we go forward in our individual goals, pursuits, and achievements, we'll remember that we're a united and powerful class and a force to be reckoned with. I realize now that we're not leaving Mepham. Mepham is my family and yours too. We are all part of a community that bonds us together, that brings us home in times of happiness and in times of trouble. We're all in this together, and we will always be in this together. Congratulations to you all. Once a pirate, always a pirate." Thank you. At this time, I would like to introduce to you Riley Cornell from our class, who would like to say a few words about Christopher Gleason, who we lost back in June 2017.
Christopher Gleason was my best friend, a friend who should be here with me, who was smart, kind, generous, and funny, the kind of friend I would have kept for life. I met Chris on the first day of kindergarten at Newbridge Road School, and as my mom likes to tell me, the first thing I said when I came out of class that day was, "So I met this boy. His name is Chris and he's really funny." And from that day in kindergarten until the day that Christopher passed, he was always my best friend. Even if we didn't talk as frequently, I always knew that he was somebody that would be there for me forever, and I would be there for him as well. He was super smart, hilarious, and amazingly kind. He was like a brother to me and my little sister Lily, who loved him so much. I cherish all the memories I have with him by my side, whether it was going to the beach, performing in talent shows, movie nights, or just hanging out with each other. All of it is held in a special place in my heart. Chris was always willing to lend a hand, a smile, and a hug whenever we needed it. He was a loyal and loving friend. He was always there for everyone, no matter the circumstance. He deserved to be here today, to be graduating with all of us, and to be moving on to achieve all of his goals and dreams that I'm sure he would have achieved. He never would have let anything stop him from getting to the amazing future ahead. I'm truly heartbroken that I will never get to see the things that he would have achieved. The only thing that makes me smile about losing him is that I know he's with me every single day in my heart, and I know he's watching us and congratulating us right now. He'll be part of my world forever, and I hope he is always remembered for being the amazing person he was.
Thank you, Riley. The traditional definition of a high school salutatorian is the student with the second highest average in the graduating class. Spencer Mattis, the salutatorian of the class of 2020, is an outstanding student on so many levels. As an AP scholar with distinction, Spencer possesses a genuine love of learning that is evident in all that he does. Spencer is an integral member of the Mepham community and has participated in many extracurricular activities. He is not the guy who just concentrates on schoolwork. Rather, he continues to thrive on being a lifelong learner. Spencer is by far one of the most beloved and respected students at Mepham. Spencer will continue his education in the fall at Binghamton University in their Scholars Program. Ladies and gentlemen, your class salutatorian, Spencer Mattis.
Good morning, Principal Gomez, Assistant Principals Mr. Del Rosario, Mr. Safina, and Dr. Karn, teachers, administrators, parents, distinguished guests, and graduates. Or good afternoon, depending on what time of day your ceremonies be. My name is Spencer Mattis. It is both a privilege and an honor to be a part of Mepham's Class of 2020 graduation celebration. Of course, we'd all hope to celebrate this auspicious occasion together as a class, but the current pandemic has thrown a curveball into not only our graduation's plans, but the world's trajectory as well. We must not let this moment in our history define our futures. It will, however, always be a part of who we are and where we come from, and will undoubtedly serve to motivate and remind us to look towards the future while simultaneously embracing the past. Our journeys to reach this moment have all been as different and unique as we are as individuals. Each of us has overcome our own obstacles, trials, and tribulations as we forge our paths to becoming who we are and who we aspire to be. I think back to us as overzealous and naive middle school students. No longer in elementary school, we're prepared for everything and anything except lockers. Regardless of which elementary school we came from, we quickly bonded over our shared and ubiquitous fear of lockers. It was only a matter of time before we successfully learned how to navigate not only our locker combinations, but the stairways and halls of middle school as well. Before we knew it, we were sailing on towards our next seemingly daunting challenge, high school. It took time, support, encouragement from teachers, administrators, family, and friends, and yes, more than a few mistakes along the way, but we all adjusted and found our niche at Mepham. Here, we were encouraged to try new experiences, whether they were classes, sports teams, clubs, or a myriad of other activities. Mepham provided us with a treasure trove of possibilities and choices. Whether it was through a challenging course, a dedicated teacher, or an influential extracurricular activity, we discovered our passions and interests that will in turn steer us towards our future goals. perhaps. Even more importantly, we also learned what did not resonate with us, and we adjusted accordingly to discover what we did have an affinity for. It is this determination and ability to shift our focus and alter our paths when necessary that will help us charter our way. Oh man, wind is rough today. It will help us charter our way through any formidable challenges we encounter, like this nice breeze. In the face of this pandemic, the class of 2020 has stepped up to creatively circumvent the COVID crisis. Some of us have utilized skills acquired from our time at Mepham by making masks and other personal protective equipment for our frontline heroes. Others have contributed by arranging or participating in food drives to aid those in need. Still others have mitigated the current state of affairs by keeping the Belmore Merrick Central High School District community informed and connected by creating informative news stories, heartwarming videos, and fun virtual game nights. We have all risen to the challenge of distance learning and proven to ourselves and the world that the class of 2020 will persevere and find ways to make the world a better place. Our teachers, administrators, family, friends, and parents have offered support, guidance, comfort, encouragement, and love all the way along our journey. We do not express it frequently enough, but thank you for everything you have done and will continue to do. To the class of 2020, I humbly impart this advice. If you're ever feeling gloomy, hop on an elevator. It's quite the uplifting experience, and it helps you on multiple levels. Congratulations, and may the force be with you, always.
Thank you, Spencer. With the highest academic average of the class of 2020, Alyssa Diagardi has earned the distinction of Valedictorian. Alyssa has been recognized as an AP Scholar with distinction and excels in everything she does, all while contributing countless hours to various projects and activities. She is self-directed and talented across all academic disciplines. Throughout high school, Alyssa has been a committed member of Mepham's Advanced Science Research Program, where she has devoted countless hours to collecting and analyzing data and delivering presentations on how clothing choices can alter perception. Alyssa will continue her pursuit of excellence next fall at the University of Virginia as an Eccles Scholar. Ladies and gentlemen, here to speak with you is your class valedictorian, Alyssa Diagardi.
Hello everyone. What an honor and privilege it is to be standing here before you today. 2020 graduates around the world have been robbed of the graduation ceremony they have rightfully earned. And just a few weeks ago, we ourselves were unsure if we would get our moment across the graduation stage. It's thanks to good fortune, patience, and devotion of the Mepham High School community that we are here today. And the efforts of everyone involved in enabling the ceremony haven't gone unnoticed. Thank you to Mr. Gomez, Dr. Karn, Mr. Safina, Mr. Del Rosario, faculty, staff, families, and everyone who's worked so hard to make this ceremony possible. Getting to see all of my friends and knowing that we are getting the graduation we deserve is all I could ask for, and I'd never take such an opportunity for granted. Actually, if there's one thing in particular I've learned these past few months, is to never take anything for granted. Ever. One day I was busy with schoolwork. A math test, scheduled events after school, college visits, but 24 hours later, none of that mattered, and everything changed. As Charles Dickens once said, it's crucial to reflect upon your present blessings. If I'm being honest, this is far from the senior year any of us envisioned. The world threw a curveball at us, turning upside down the year we were finally supposed to be on top. There were no blueprints, no how-to books, or history to follow, and each day brought a new level of the unknown. Yet, nevertheless, we refused to be knocked down, and we embraced the time in our lives that is rightfully ours. COVID-19 doesn't define us. Our story doesn't start here, and it most certainly doesn't end here. Instead, our story has been developing over the years, and it's thanks to our teachers, families, and friends who stood by us that we are who we are today. So, when I reflect upon my present blessings, I'm thankful for my health, as well as the health of each and every one of you. For all of my teachers along the way, for challenging me and offering me the opportunity to explore my curiosities. For my friends, all of our late nights, inside jokes, group texts, bike rides, and bonfires that I'll cherish forever. And of course, for my family, for supporting and believing in me, and for filling my childhood with love and happiness. I don't say this nearly enough, but thank you to my brother Justin for making me laugh and teaching me something new each and every day. To my sister Jordan for reminding me to have fun and enjoy the little things. And of course, thank you, Mom, for your constant optimism and endless encouragement. And thank you, Dad, for cheering me on and for believing in me from the very beginning. You've inspired me to give things my all, and have taught me that the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is always giving that little extra. You guys are my biggest fans, and words can't explain how grateful I am for everything you've done for me. I have the best family in the world. This ceremony isn't the only graduation my family, like many other families, has experienced this year. My younger sister had her 6th grade drive-by graduation a few weeks ago, and watching her elementary school days come to an end brought back floods of memories of my own. In 6th grade, everything was so easy. The biggest decision you had to make was who to play with at recess, and no one criticized you for dreaming big. For those of you from Dinkelmeyer, you may even have faded memories of my graduation song. With friends and teachers to show you the way, we'll have to grow up and move on someday. How in the world is that day today? I often think of younger me, wondering what she would think of who I've become and what I envision for my future. Which is fun to think about, but unless any of you have a time machine that you're willing to share, I'll never actually know her perspective for certain. And by the way, if any of you do happen to have a time machine, please find me after the ceremony. Though in actuality, I can't speak with past me, I'm more than capable of addressing the future me. And an assignment from my AP Literature teacher, Mrs. Siroff, has given me the perfect opportunity to do so. The week after AP testing, our class was told to write a letter to ourselves that she will deliver in 10 years, which is honestly one of the coolest assignments I've ever had. After the initial fears of sounding childish or completely predicting wrong subsided, I found myself at my dining room table at 2 in the morning, simply writing. I will not be sharing my entire letter with you today, partially because half of what I wrote won't make sense to you anyways, and partially because I still want the contents of my letter to be a surprise for my future self. But part of my letter stuck in my mind as I wrote this speech, so I would like to share it with you now. Looking back, I enjoyed my time in high school. I truly did. I achieved what I set out to do, stumbled upon new opportunities, and pushed my limits, all while having the time of my life with friends and family. Nevertheless, I can't help but demand some big changes as I embark upon this new chapter in my life. As I enter college, all of the cards are in my hands. It's my responsibility to make my dreams the forefront and choose the unknown over comfort. In high school, it was easy to settle into a schedule and go with the flow of everyday life. But consistency is boring, and as said by P.T. Barnum, comfort is the enemy of progress. When reading this 10 years later, I hope I can proudly say I've continued to push the limits and have refused to settle with what's easy. Dad often reminds me now not to lose sight of the bigger picture, but I think it's just as important to love the journey, not solely the destination. Future me, I hope you never lose your sense of wonder. Never take one single breath for granted. I hope you never fear those mountains in the distance, never settle for the path of least resistance. What are the odds I'm still listening to that song on repeat, I Hope You Dance by Leanne Womack. And I'll stop my letter there. The future isn't set in stone, and I encourage you, no matter your age, to speak to your future self, because you're in full control if future you will listen. Before I go, I would like to leave you with one last thing. When navigating through life, Dr. Seuss has advised to be who you are and say what you feel. Let's break that down. Be who you are. Class of 2020, I want you to close your eyes. And no, don't worry, I won't use this time to run back to Mepham for air conditioning, no matter how tempting that sounds. Actually do it though. Close your eyes and reflect back on the past few years. What legacy will we as a class leave behind? We're seniors, sure. Victors of sports championships and academic competitions alike. But more than that, we're spirited and cheer each other on. We're involved in our community in projects both big and small. We've stood in unison at walkouts and protests, worked beside one another at holiday charity events, stayed in touch when the world went viral. As for saying what we feel, we've never been afraid to fight for what's right and use our voices to fight for change. We've known for years how to remain social while staying at a distance, and have mastered technology like no other generation has. Now I want you to take this a step further. Picture yourself. Who are you? The real you. The you who's persisted through 12 years of schooling, has made and lost friends, faced challenges from daily life to a global health pandemic. A child, grandchild, perhaps a sibling. A compilation of ups and downs, challenges and successes, dreams, ideas, and memories unique solely to you. Today and every day, fight for who you are. Say what's on your mind and don't quit until your goals are your accomplishments and your dreams are your reality. Today is just the beginning, and from here on out, you're in full control. Class of 2020, you can open your eyes now, because our graduation year may seem more blurry than 2020 vision suggests, but it'll be the embracement of the selves we just envisioned that will lead to our future successes. The legacy of 2020 will be remembered for our resilience, kindness, and determination in spite of hardships. And the legacy of you will be defined by your self-confidence, the use of your voice, and your journey that lies ahead. Behind you are all of your experiences that have pushed your limits, opened your eyes, and led you here today. Before you is a milestone in your life, with friends and family here to cheer you on. Ahead of you, as you walk across the stage, lies your diploma, a symbol of your hard work and recognition of your successes to come. And waiting for you is the rest of your life. So make the most of it, because we only get one shot at this. I want to personally thank my peers for the countless memories, both in and out of school, and for making my years at Mepham High School unforgettable. I am forever proud to call myself a 2020 graduate. Thank you, everyone, and enjoy the rest of the ceremony.
Thank you, Alyssa, and let's thank all the student speakers as well as our Master of Ceremonies, Stephanie Simone. They did a wonderful job. Now it's the moment you were waiting for. We'll now pay honor to all of our graduates as we call them onto the stage to receive their diploma case. I ask that my assistant principals, Dr. Carr, Mr. Safina, and Mr. Del Rosario, please come forward to assist with the reading of the names as we call all of you onto the stage.
Katerina Nosareva. Juliana Noto. Matthew Novak. Brandon O'Neill. Daniel O'Shea. Mackenzie Owen. Emma Padula. Jake Palladino. Gianna Palmieri. Gaetano Parisi. Gregory Paul. Bailey Heckman. Abigail Penny. Timothy Penny. Araceli Peralta. Marlon Perez. Bernice. Olivia Perry. Jacob Negan. Chloe Prasad. Samantha Peterkin. Mepham. John Pilato. Ryan Pittman. Carlene Plate. Andre Pobletti. Michael Pongrantz. Rachel Pontillo. Franklin Pulano. Brooke Rahab. Sophia Gray. Kyle Raniker. Srishi Ray. Justin Riley. Nicholas Reel. Enio Rivas. Jules Rivera. Nathan Rosen. Joseph Rosser. Jessica Roth. Kiera Rupp. Lucas Rupp. Michael Richkowski. Kyle Santagato. Natalie Santagato. David Santos. Michael Schreck. Melanie Sendra. Jessica Sirkin.
Give them a round of applause again. Before I begin the confirmation of graduates, I would like to thank a few people. Dr. Karn, Ms. Kratzer, Dr. Ruscio, our department chairs, security officers, clerical team, and Ms. Peggy Schroeder for arranging the components of this ceremony. I also want to thank our very supportive Central Office Administration. As you know, Mr. DiTomaso is here, and our Board of Education, who were not able to attend all ceremonies, but congratulate you on all your achievements. Thanks to the Mepham parent organizations and our site-based committee for their continued guidance and assistance. A special thank you to Mr. Pennington and his outstanding custodial team for helping make this ceremony very special. They built all this. Finally, thank you to the tremendous broadcasting teachers and students for recording and live streaming this ceremony. Remember, a link will be sent to all of you by Tuesday. So now is the time that you've all been waiting for. Will the members of the class of 2020 please rise or remain in your position? Members of our Board of Education, I certify to you as trustees of the Belmar Merrick Board of Education and Mr. DiTomaso, our superintendent, that the students before you have completed the required number of credits and passed the New York State exams in order to participate in this ceremony. Graduates, before my final words, you may move your tassels now from the right to the left. With the authority vested in me by the New York State Education Department and the Belmar Merrick Board of Education, I declare you, the class of 2020, graduates of Wellington C. Mepham High School. Congratulations. As we begin the recession, please wait for a staff member to direct you off the field. As you walk through the building, please maintain 6 feet between you and the group in front of you. And also remember to wear your masks while in the building. At the end of the hallway, you will receive your diploma, any awards from the senior award ceremony, and a special gift from Mepham and the Belmar Merrick School District. Congratulations.
Should we start to shut down?
Got it.